Advertising, the art of promoting a product, something you see every day without even realizing it, whether it's a TV ad, on the back of a cereal box, or even in your favorite YouTube video. With over $325 billion of online advertisements being spent in 2019 alone, and being expected to reach close to double that in 2023. So that's why today I'm gonna answer that question with my plan, which is to film a bunch of Coke shots for a Coke commercial and hire people on Fiverr to edit all the shots into a single commercial. Starting with paying someone $5, $10, $20, and $50 and see who does the best job for their value. Because who really needs work when you can pay someone to do the work for you? I mean, pfft. So I went to the store and purchased about $21 of Coke, along with getting some cool camera shots as well, before heading home and it finally being time to film the first few shots I would later send to a couple different people on Fiverr to edit into a Coke commercial. So for my first shot, my plan was just to fill a blender with Coke and basically just turn on the blender at maximum speed and hopefully get a cool shot from above of the Coke doing a cool toilet bowl effect. Well, here goes nothing in 3, 2, 1. Wow. What a shot. Oh my gosh. And the result of the shot being this, which wasn't nearly as cool as I thought it was gonna be, but there was nothing I could really do about it. And then what I did for my next shot is I got a drill and drilled a hole in the top of the Coke can, and this should be quite interesting. Oh my gosh. That could have been worse, but we got ourselves a Coke can. And so after I drilled a hole in the bottom of the Coke can, I pretty much just taped the Coke can to the drill and turned it on, ending up with this pretty cool spinning effect of the Coke can, not gonna lie. Then from there, over the next few hours, I would just create a countless number of shots for the Coke commercial. So anyways, see y'all in a 30-second Coke montage. And so over the next 3 hours, I would just shoot a countless number of Coke shots. Eventually ending up with an almighty album of Coke shots I would soon send off to the people of Fiverr to edit into a 30-second Coke commercial to see who would give the best bang for their buck. Starting with $5, $10, $20, and $50. And I don't know why this was, but for the $50 person, I just had extreme faith in them because of their profile picture. So with all given 24 hours of given time to edit my Coke commercial, I just waited. And eventually time would tell, and just like that, it had been 24 hours. And it's finally time to see these videos. I've waited 24 hours to see them, and to be honest, I'm actually extremely excited to see them. So here we go with the $5 deal on Fiverr to ask someone to edit my Coke commercial. I asked everyone's commercial to be 30 seconds long and gave them 5 different options of music to use, so we'll just see how this went down. Okay, wow. Just wow. And so after some time of thinking, I came up with a list of flaws or things that I just didn't think fit the video. With the first one being how painfully slow the video was, with pretty much every shot being lengthened out to this, staying on each shot average 4 seconds minimum, aka really slow. And secondly, the text was also very slow. Not only it was pretty chunky, but it also didn't flow as well with the commercial as I think it should have. Then lastly, there were the transitions, which quite frankly, they were pretty solid transitions that were definitely carrying the commercial if anything was. But after all, this Coke commercial was only $5 and the effort for that sum of money was quite high for the value. And moving on to the $10 commercial, the person who I'd paid $10 actually didn't send in their commercial until after I'd finished filming, so here's their commercial in 3, 2, 1. With no spoilers, but that commercial may have topped the rest of the commercials with all the great transitions and shots they included, including some shots I didn't even give them. And the pace of the commercial being mildly fast and relaxing to watch at the same time with amazing lens focus shots and sudden blurs, with the only thing I'd say that could have been a little bit better is they could have used some text at certain points in the video like the first commercial did. But if I were a kid trying to get someone to edit my Coke commercial for really cheap, no doubt about it, this would be my client. And moving on to the $20 Coke commercial, which will play right now. Alright, okay, that was a 46-second long Coke commercial, and I asked for a 30-second long. That was the entire length of one of the beats I gave them. And wow, just wow. Oh boy, do I have a lot to say about this one. Firstly, for feedback is once again, just like the $5 commercial, is how slow-paced the commercial was, and how they lingered on each shot for the upper end of 4 to 5 seconds each. And how 80% of the transitions were just dog water. But you know what really pissed me off the most? Is that the commercial was 45 seconds long. And keep in mind, I requested all these people to make the commercials 30 seconds long. And I mean, it would have been okay if they'd whipped me up a good 45-second long commercial, but they didn't. What they'd given me was just throwing all the clips on the timeline and putting 1 or 2 transitions in, which it would have been okay if it were the $5 commercial, but it wasn't. And I was expecting a little bit more at least since it's the $20 one, but that's not what I got. But if I were to go back to this person to edit me a Coke commercial, I wouldn't. That was a ripoff for $20 in my opinion, and the $10 was like actually some value in that thing. But anyhow, moving on to the last and final $50 Coke commercial, who just from his profile picture, I already have extreme faith in this is gonna be good, so let's just cut to the chase right now.
Let's taste it. Your life. Coca-Cola, America's #1 soft drink.
Okay, so I'm mind blown right now. Because first of all, literally everything about this commercial was pretty much perfect. Not only was the pacing of this commercial actually so freaking good compared to all the other ones, but there was a genuine style he chose to structure this commercial around, which in case you didn't know was a retro theme. With the old TV surrounding the screen, along with a great choice of text and just overall great editing, adding to the retro theme he had chosen. Like, I can't even make this up. He wrote me an entire essay on why he chose to do the retro theme and more things on that. Then finally, he didn't use the joke shot, aka the hammer shot, unlike all the other commercials did, and I just give him an A+ just for that reason. And so yeah, those were all the commercials, all the way from the $5 commercial to the $50 commercial, with my final rankings through all my logic I previously stated, with the $50 Coke commercial coming in hot on top, followed by the $10 commercial, which no doubt about it was insane commercial for its value, then the $20 commercial, and finally followed by the $5 commercial, which all contained very different editing styles within each commercial depending on the person who you went to. With overall me learning nothing more than when ends won't meet, with a little cash and patience, Fiverr can get the job done.